Stop scrolling for English tips that do not work. Here is something schools will never tell you. One simple trick can change the way you learn English. No boring grammar, no long word lists. Just real daily English that sticks in your brain. In this podcast, we show you how. You will speak, listen, and think in English like never before. You will speak better. You will listen faster. You will think in English naturally. If you enjoy this, like this podcast, share it with your friends. And subscribe for more tips every week. Let's make English easy, fun, and natural together. Chapter 1. The Secret Behind Remembering Words. You open a new English book, and there are so many words to learn. You feel confused. You do not know where to start. Do not worry, you are not alone. Many learners feel the same. Most schools ask you to memorize word lists. You read the word, then its meaning, and then another word. You repeat this for a long time. Sometimes you forget everything the next day. This is normal. Your brain does not like to remember words without context. Here is a small trick that works like magic. You do not need to memorize many words at once. You can use a story. Yes, a story. Stories are easy to remember. Your brain loves them. Suppose you have 3 new words. Apple, run, and happy. Do you memorize them one by one? No. You make a small sentence. You say, I run to the tree and find a happy apple. Now you remember all 3 words in one sentence. You do not even try hard. It is simple, fun, and fast. You can practice this every day. You wake up in the morning, look outside, and make a tiny story with what you see. If you see a dog, you can say, the dog is big and jumps happily. You just learned new words, and you do not even notice. You can also do this at night. Before sleep, you think about your day and tell a story in English. I walked to the market, I bought bread. I saw my friend. We laughed and ate bread together. You use many words, and your brain remembers them easily. Sometimes you forget words. It is okay. You practice again. You do not need to be perfect. Practice is more important than perfection. You try a little every day, and soon you notice something amazing. You can remember words faster. You can use them in sentences easily. Stories also help your speaking. When you speak, you do not have to stop and think about every word. Your brain already knows the words from your story practice. You feel confident, you feel natural. This chapter teaches one secret: do not memorize words alone. Make small stories, practice every day. Use the words in sentences. It is easy, it is natural, and it works. Chapter 2. Speak first, think later. You sit in class, you know some words. You know some grammar. But when it is time to speak, your mind goes blank. You wait, you hesitate, you feel nervous. You think, I must speak perfectly. I must not make mistakes. Here is the truth: nobody speaks perfectly at first. Even native speakers make mistakes. You do not need to wait for perfection. You need to speak first and learn while speaking. Start with small sentences. You do not need long speeches. You say, I like tea, or I go to school. Every day you say more, you try. You stumble and you try again. Your brain learns faster when you speak. You can practice speaking anywhere. At home, talk to yourself. Describe what you are doing. I am cooking rice. I am washing dishes. I am reading a book. It feels strange at first, but your brain begins to think in English naturally. You can also practice with friends or family. You ask questions, how are you? What did you eat today? You answer in English. You do not translate from your language. You try to think in English directly. Your words will flow more smoothly. Sometimes you make mistakes. You say, I go to the market. That is okay. Your brain notices the mistake. You correct it next time. Mistakes are part of learning. Do not be afraid. The more you speak, the fewer mistakes you make. Another trick is repeat after someone. You listen to a sentence and immediately repeat it aloud. Your mouth and brain work together. You practice the sounds, the rhythm, and the flow. It is like your brain is recording English naturally. You can also use simple daily routines. When you walk, describe what you see. The sun is bright, the birds are flying. The car is red. You practice speaking without pressure. You are learning every minute. Speaking is a habit. If you practice a little every day, your confidence grows. You will speak naturally in conversations. You do not need fancy grammar at first. Simple words and sentences are enough. Remember this, speak first, think later. Mistakes are friends. Small daily sentences matter more than long lessons. If you follow this, your English will improve quickly, and you will enjoy speaking. In the next chapter, you will learn how to listen like a native speaker. Listening is not just hearing, it is understanding, and it can make your English much better. Chapter 3. The Magic of Listening. You hear English every day. On the street, on the phone, or in videos. Sometimes it sounds fast. You catch only a few words. You feel lost. You think, I understand nothing. Do not worry, listening is a skill. It is not only about your ears. Your brain must also work. Schools focus on reading and writing. But real life needs listening too. Here is a trick. Listen first, then repeat. Choose a short sentence, listen carefully. Then say it aloud immediately. You copy the sounds, the rhythm, and the tone. This trick is called shadowing. For example, you hear, I am going to the market. You repeat, I am going to the market. You do it many times. Slowly, your ears recognize words faster. Your mouth speaks without thinking too much. Another trick, listen for small parts, not everything. Do not try to understand the whole sentence at once. Catch one or two words first. Then listen again and add more. Step by step, your brain learns to understand faster. You can also use songs, stories, or short videos. Listen once without reading. Then listen again and repeat what you hear. This makes your listening active, not passive. You train your brain to notice sounds and meaning naturally. Listening is also about daily life. When someone speaks English, even slowly, pay attention to words you know. You do not need to understand everything. Just understanding a few words is enough. Later, you will understand more. Do not forget, listening improves speaking. When you listen carefully, you learn how sentences are built. You learn natural words, expressions, and pronunciation. You begin to speak like the sentences you hear. At first, it may feel difficult. You may hear only some sounds. That is normal. Practice every day. 5 to 10 minutes is enough to start. You will notice your brain catches words more easily. Remember this, listening is a superpower for English. It helps you speak better, understand faster, and feel confident. You do not need to know every word. You only need to train your ears and brain together. In the next chapter, you will learn how to think in English instead of translating. This small trick can change your English completely. You will feel more natural and fluent. Chapter 4. Think in English, not translate. You want to speak English quickly, but often you stop. You think in your own language first. Then you translate. This takes time. Sometimes you forget words. You feel frustrated. Here is a trick. Think in English first. Stop translating in your mind. Try to use English words directly. At first it feels strange. Your brain is used to translating. But slowly you will notice a big difference. Start small. Describe what you see around you. You are in the kitchen. You say in your mind, I see a cup. The cup is red. I pour water. You do not translate these words. You think in English. You can do this while walking too. Look around and describe everything in English. The sun is bright. The tree is tall. A bird is flying. Your brain starts thinking in English automatically. Another trick, talk to yourself in English. You are alone at home. You can say, I am making tea. I want sugar. I like tea very much. You hear your own voice, and your mind practices English. Sometimes you make mistakes. You say, I am go to park. That is okay. Your brain learns faster when you notice mistakes and correct them. The goal is not perfect sentences. The goal is thinking in English naturally. You can also use daily routines to practice. Morning, evening, lunch, or sleep. Every moment, you can describe your actions in English. I brush my teeth, I eat bread, I read a book. Little by little, your brain forms English sentences automatically. This method also improves speaking. When you think in English, words come out naturally. You do not need to pause and translate. You feel confident, you feel free. Remember, thinking in English is the bridge between learning and speaking. Reading and writing are helpful, but thinking in English makes speaking fast, natural, and easy. At first, it may feel hard. Your mind may switch back to your own language. That is normal. Be patient. Practice every day. 5 to 10 minutes is enough to start. By the end of this chapter, you will see a small change. Your mind starts forming sentences in English. You feel less fear. You feel more confident. You are on the path to fluency. Chapter 5. Make English part of your day. You think learning English is only in classrooms or books. Many students feel this way. You sit, read, write, and sometimes memorize. But real learning happens when English becomes part of your daily life. Here is the trick. Practice small bits every day. You do not need hours of study. Even 2 or 5 minutes can make a big difference. Your brain loves repetition in daily habits. Start with your morning routine. When you wake up, describe your actions in English. I wake up, I wash my face, I drink water. You do not need a teacher, you only need yourself. You are already practicing English naturally. You can also use your phone. Change your phone language to English. You read messages, notifications, and apps in English. Slowly, you see words and sentences everywhere. You learn without effort. Another simple way is talk to objects around you. You are cooking, say, I cut the onion. I boil the water, I add salt. You are walking. Say, I see a car, the sky is blue, a dog is running. You are learning all the time. Without thinking, it is practice. Even small habits count. Listen to short English audio or songs while doing chores. Repeat a word or sentence you like. Read one sentence from a story before sleep. These tiny actions add up soon. Your brain thinks in English naturally. You can also make daily challenges. Try to use one new word in every sentence. Or describe your day in English at night. I woke up, I ate breakfast, I read a book, I walked in the park. These small exercises train your brain without stress. Remember, consistency is more important than long study hours. Even 5 minutes a day is better than 1 hour once a week. You are creating a habit. English becomes part of your lifestyle. Daily practice also improves confidence. You will notice that words come faster, sentences feel natural. You speak without fear. You enjoy English instead of feeling it is difficult. By the end of this chapter, you will understand one important secret. Learning English is not only about study. It is about life. If you add small English moments to your daily routine, your improvement will surprise you. Chapter 6. Learn from mistakes, not just rules. You want to speak English perfectly. You want to make no mistakes. You think mistakes are bad. You feel embarrassed when you say the wrong word. Many learners feel the same. But here is the truth. Mistakes are your best teachers. Schools often focus on grammar rules. You memorize them. You read rules, then try exercises. But real English happens when you use it. And when you use it, mistakes happen. That is normal, that is good. Imagine you say, I go to the park. At first, you feel embarrassed. But then you notice something. You should say, I went to the park. Your brain learns faster when it sees mistakes. Mistakes show you what to fix. Do not ignore mistakes, write them down. Say the correct version aloud, repeat it. You will remember it naturally. This method works much better than memorizing endless grammar rules. Your memory works with real examples, not theory. Another trick is to use mistakes for creativity. Sometimes a mistake creates a new sentence. You try different words and notice patterns. You start understanding English more deeply. Mistakes are not walls, they are bridges to learning. You can also practice with friends or teachers. Speak freely, do not pause for fear of mistakes. Ask for corrections kindly. Each correction is a gift, each mistake is a lesson. You grow faster than just studying from books. Even when you read or listen, notice errors you might make. Repeat the correct sentences aloud. This reinforces correct English in your mind. You start noticing mistakes before you even speak. This is powerful practice. Mistakes also help with confidence. At first you feel shy, but as you practice more, you see that mistakes are natural. Everyone makes them. The more mistakes you make and correct, the stronger your English becomes. Remember, perfection is not the goal. Progress is, mistakes are not failure. They are signals that your brain is learning. The faster you make mistakes, the faster you improve. By the end of this chapter, you will understand one key secret. The faster you accept and correct mistakes, the faster you become fluent. Mistakes are friends, not enemies. Chapter 7. The one English trick that ties everything together. You have learned many small tricks. You make stories to remember words. You speak without fear. You listen carefully. You think in English. You practice daily. You learn from mistakes. All these are helpful. But here is the secret that ties everything together. The trick is simple. Use English every day naturally in small ways. Not hours of study, not complicated rules. Just small, daily habits that make English a part of your life. Start with tiny moments. You wake up. You describe your morning in English. You go outside. You talk to yourself about what you see. You listen to a short sentence and repeat it. You use a new word in a sentence. All these small actions matter. The magic of this trick is consistency. 1 minute today, 2 minutes tomorrow. You do a little every day, slowly. Your brain absorbs English without pressure. You do not feel stressed. You do not feel forced. You just live English naturally. Another part of this trick is combining everything you learned. Make a tiny story about your day. Speak it aloud. Listen to yourself or a recording. Think in English while describing it. Correct any mistakes you notice. You practice vocabulary, speaking, listening, and grammar all at once. You can also make small challenges. For example, try to use 3 new words in your sentences each day. Try to speak for 5 minutes without pausing. Try to listen to one English audio and repeat what you hear. Each challenge trains your brain in a natural way. This trick works because English becomes a habit, not a task. You do not have to study long hours. You do not have to memorize thousands of words. Small, daily, consistent actions make your English strong. You will notice something amazing. You start thinking in English without effort. You start speaking without fear. You understand fast English naturally. Mistakes do not scare you. You feel confident. You enjoy English like a part of your life. Remember this, the one trick that schools do not teach is making English a daily habit. Practice a little every day in real life. Stories, speaking, listening, thinking, learning from mistakes. They all work together. By the end of this podcast, you now have the secret that many students never learn. English is not a subject, it is a skill. And this skill grows fastest when you live it every day. Now it is your turn. Start small, start today, and see how English becomes easy, natural, and fun.